Hello Stamper, welcome to Frenchie's video. I'm Franz Martin, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and today it's a quick video or tip video to share how to do the sailboat on Vellum. So then you see like the true color, and then let's say if I'm gonna do this card later on, but you can see the ocean through this. So that way it look more through than if you would use like white cardstock and so on. So let's get started. First we're going to use Vellum, and I'm using Versamark, and I will stamp the boat. And I can do right like this here. It doesn't matter which direction you're going to stamp them. The main reason it's because you're gonna die cut them. Here we go. Okay, I'm doing two at the same time just to use my vellum there. And this is white embossing powder, and the reason why I choose white embossing powder, it's because the bottom where the water is, I want to show like it's that white splash there. That is why first I thought to do silver or black, and it was taking too much away from the view, put it that way. Now we're gonna heat emboss that, and when it comes to vellum, you want to pay attention when it starts turning like shiny. It is done. If you keep the heat tool too long, it's gonna curl your paper quick. Also, it can really melt it. So it don't take that long. Depends how hot your embossing tool is. That can play a variation on how long to emboss it. Voila. I think it's all done. Yep. Just make sure it's all shiny. Maybe a little bit here. Here we go. So now I like to, when it comes to vellum, I like to emboss, not emboss, but color it with blends. The reason why I prefer blends over marker, it dry right away. And if you use marker, it won't smear. The regular marker, like this is the regular marker from Stampin' Up, it's water-based, so it's easy to smear on vellum. So so this is the side that it's embossed. Flip this in the back, and I try a few color, and I really like the light Night of Navy for my sail. You can use any color if you want a red sail, absolutely. So I'm using the Night of Navy for my sail, and color from the back, you don't have to worry about the detail because it won't show on the other side. So I'm just going to color the back of my sail, and it's easy to see through. I don't know how much you can see in the picture or the video, but it's easy to follow your pattern here in the back. So now let me show you how this look, and then we're going to do the boat, and you're going to see the front look very, the back look very funky, right? But voila, turn this around, see? It is perfect. It's not on the side or anything. Now for the boat itself, I was debating gray, black, whatever. I decided I went with, I did one in, this is the dark smoky slate, and this is the soft suede delight one. This one looked like wood. So we're going to do the bottom here of the boat. So I'm going to show you both colors, and this one I'm going to put it in the gray. So you can leave it white too, that's perfectly fine, whatever color. You would have to put a color though in the back, because if not it's going to be see-through. Now I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to share with you the colors here. Now you see little windows. Well, the little windows, I use my dark daffodil. I think this is, yes, the dark daffodil, and I just touch the window. So if it go on the white, it's perfectly fine. I just touch the window so like you get light coming through. So that's what I done on the 3 of them. This one though, for the window, I went in the front. Now let's say you want to add a little bit more detail on the boat. You can always come in the front and use your blend. So I had a little bit here, a little bit darker there, but really all the way in the back, see, it looked very funky, but boom. Now this here, it's Sail Away Home, and it comes with the matching framelit. So you can take your framelit. I recommend that you use a post-it note or a tape that is removable, because it's easy to move and it's such a tight, close cut. That's why I recommend that you would put a post-it note when you cut in your die cut machine. So now let's finish this card. Very simple card. I'm using Very Vanilla that measure 4 1/4 by 11. Score at 5.5. Now inside, I'm just going to bring the color in, and I'm going to use Night of Navy, and just I'm doing a thinking of you card. Very simple. I'm just going to stamp that right. Oh, I'm going to stamp at this end. I'm going to stamp once, lift it up, and just move a little bit, and again, and it's going to show, yes. So now it should, like, see the sail, it's moving. You just pick up your stamp, lift it up a little bit, and go right back down. So then you can see the shadow there. So it's look like it's moving. So another tip right there. Now this measure, that's the designer series paper in the suite from Sail Away Home. I cut it at 4 1/4 by 5.5. I wanted the full front of my card with the designer series paper. When it's a full cards, a full design like that, I like to use the Tombow glue, and the reason, or some people call it liquid glue, whatever you call it, it is liquid. It is liquid glue by Tombow. So you know what? I'm going to start calling this liquid glue. And I like to use the liquid glue. The main reason, it's because if you use like permanent tape, if you put it down and you're not just right, then you cannot move it. With the liquid glue, see, I can shift it, and boom, I have my perfectly matched. It gives you the chance to work it. Now that I got that, I cut a piece of Night of Navy 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 by what? 1.5. I'm gonna put that there. I didn't plan to put that, and then what I wanted to do, I needed another piece. You're gonna see in a minute. Put that right there, because this crumb cake piece here, it measure 4 by 1 1/4. This was 1.5, right? I'm gonna have all measurement on my blog. Now I'm gonna put my I'm looking for, here it is. I'm gonna put this at the top, but I want the twine. So if I was wrapping around, it was passing a bit my card because the thickness. So that's why I decided to add another piece. So I'm gonna put my, you can put your fast fuse, snail, whatever your glue of your choice. I'm gonna start at one corner, and I'm gonna go to the other corner. Come around. This is the Baker's Twine, the Night and Navy, and Sarah Sand. Go in the middle, to the middle there. That come in the suite of the Sailing On. Oops. Now it's this end. You want to pay attention, and then. So you see, I do 3 crisscross. Now we're gonna cut this. And voila. Now I always like to add a little bit more adhesive, especially at the end that it's finished there, so it's very secure. Now I'm going to put that right here. Now, I don't want it in the center, so I'm going to take another piece. You're going to bring this in. Now you're going to do your knot wherever you want it. So let me cut a piece. Oops. And wherever you want it to join, you're going to tie that up right here. Here we go. So now I got this tie. I'm going to do a loop at the bottom, take the top, go around to the right, under to the left. That's going to give you a perfect little bow. Going to bring this down and bring this down. And voila. Now I'm going to just, oh, you know what? Those scissors need a, here we go. I think the other scissors need sharpen a new pair. Here we go. One thing, when you get a chunk of ribbon like this, or baker's twine, oh, I know why. It's full of glue, this. My goodness. I need to clean my scissors. I like to put a little glue dot in the back, push it down. Voila. Now, if you're wondering, while I got you here, how I wash this, I don't know if you can see, it's full of glue. I got mine on Amazon, wherever you can find them. This, it's what they use at the hospital or doctor's office, whatever. It's called adhesive remover. It's you know, like when you get Band-Aid and that's what I use. Sometimes I use W40. I'm not a fan of like the liquid, like the Goo Gone and so on. See, it removed completely. It is the best little thing. They're very inexpensive. And then be careful when you do your the side there. Then I would use my rag that I don't have here and just wipe it with my rag. Be careful, don't do what I'm doing there, because the blade. But use a rag and voila. Plus it gets like a little oil almost in it, but it won't mark your paper. Let me show you a piece of scrap paper, and I'm going to use a dark piece, so then you're going to see it don't mark your paper. Some of the Goo Gone or so on, it leave very like oil on it, and it marks your paper. Now I'm going to glue this right on this side, so I'm going to use my Tombow because it was right here. I'm going to put that right here, and this is the stitch shape, and I use the large oval and the one after that. And I'm going to put this one, both of them going to go flat, because I'm going to raise my sailboat here. I'm going to put that right here. The Thinking of You, it's from the stamp set Magnolia, Good Morning Magnolia. I didn't want to thank you or congrats. I thought this would be good for many occasion. Now, if I can find, I get the little one, but I wanted the big one. Okay, this is going to stay on the floor. The big one should be around here someplace. Maybe when I move this. Oh, here it is. Okay, now I'm going to use dimensional, and you're going to see the dimensional going to show here. So if you do like right here where you get more white, put a little dimensional there, and then right at the peak there. So that gonna cover pretty much, it won't really show. Let me make sure. Oh, that the mini one's still too big. I just gonna cut this in half, and we're gonna put that right here and see how that's gonna look. And then I'm gonna put another one right at the corner there, just the other little bits and pieces. If you don't want to raise it up, then you could use glue dot, and glue dot, it's very forgiving on this. And I'm going to put that right here. Okay, now let me bring that close to you, and you're going to see that you cannot see the dimensional because it's white there, right? And then you can see the color of the sail, the color of the boat. You get the yellow in the window. So this is it, my friend, on how to do the vellum and then the moving sailboat, put it that way. Very nice masculine card. Till next time, happy stamping and have a lovely day. All the supplies will be listed on my blog, direct link below or above in the eye. Also all measurement. All are welcome to Shop 24/7. Thank you and have a lovely day.